This is a longer piece called Gang Notes, and it's a collection of short pieces, each beginning with a line taken from the work of another member of a writing group I belong to, the Breach House Gang. So the first line of each section is from another writer. 1. Romeo Savoie. The sky is peppered with balloon clouds. The month is April. The rain comes down trying hard to be snow but fails, instead falling into cold puddles, slippery circles that confuse and threaten inattentive walkers. And this poem's final line. 2. Lee Thompson. A lot of stories begin like this, he thought. Wife and son at the table playing cards, the Beatles singing Dear Prudence. All that's really needed now is to look around, round, round. 3. Ed Lamond. You have no memory of growing old. Was it not just a moment ago, 1962, when you smacked that ball so hard and you were able to run so fast that you rounded third before it cleared the bleachers? 4. Nancy King Schofield. Loons in love laughed as the undertow caught them in waters far too treacherous for tourists. 5. Elizabeth Blanchard. The public dissections were the most trying, what with the crowds and all their crying for blood, their need for piercing screams to go along with the refreshments, the ice cream. We have gotten used to it, though. We are far past astonishing. 6. Elaine Amiot. I went to bed, but not to sleep. Walked into the ocean, but not too deep. The darkness calls, and I will not answer. The darkness calls, and I will not answer. 7. Hermenegilde Chiasson. Let's lie down here and wait for the tide of Dream Whip while the waiter prepares our carafe of kerosene. Let's all march out of step to a singular monotonous beat, realizing all the while that our destination is getting farther and farther away. Let's not care a whit. Let's sit and watch the genocides while complaining about the popcorn. Let's come at everything from a different angle and let that angle be obtuse. Let's keep hoping for an early spring. Let's not realize that fantasy is becoming reality and that reality is the thing we fantasize about. Let's get behind our leaders and then push them over. Let's start a new religion where any form of crucifixion is either allowed or not allowed according to some very complicated and mathematical rules spoken only in tongues. Let's remain warm and hidden underneath the purple Lenten cloths, knowingly forsaking the memories of time spent and lessons learned lost wandering the desert. Let's change our national emblem from a maple leaf to an eagle simply to provoke our neighbors. Let's say we are sorry for the last time. Let's allow our tears to fall like snowflakes, bringing it all back to white once more. And finally, number 8, Beth McLaughlin. So where are you headed then? To that finishing line where we all end up? That bloody taut wire that doesn't give an inch or a minute to anyone? To that dividing line, to that thin pencil line that marks the end of our time, that carpenter's line that draws the full and complete length of our days using some maniacal mathematical formula that counts up all of our longings and desires and multiplies our actions by the sum of all of our plans and totals our desires and hopes tripled and squared, then cubed before subtracting all the time we think we have left and dividing that by an equal number, leaving us all with a balance of nothing. A balance sadly wanting of so much more. Time. And such is time waiting for no one, and it all stops on a dime.